right, everybody, welcome to another live stream show on Wednesday. It's been a hot minute now. I apologize again. It's like shit happened, life happens, surgery happens. I was in the hospital having to rebuild my dick. Let's be fair, it was a real thing. You know what I'm saying? When you almost die and you got to rebuild your junk, I mean, that is a legitimate thing. Mogwai, sit down, don't make some sounds. All right, but guess what? We survived the surgery. It all went well. Frank and Weenie Dolph live somewhat. I mean, he's healing right now, but we got through it. It went down. I ended up in the hospital again. About a week later, had to have a little micro surgery there to deal with some of that. But shit happens, you know what I'm saying? 1 second here, everybody. I'm just gonna go back to the top and I'm gonna say hi to everybody. What's happening, Mike Jim? Good to see. What's up, Jansen Dennis? No worries, buddy. I was trying to make a thumbnail. Excuse me, a thumbnail for the show, and I was like, you know what? Let's use a picture of our buddy Jansen. And at Hillsgrove again, buddy. If you need to have a cry, go ahead. We're here for you, buddy. Crying happens, emotions happen. It's all right. We all going through shit in this crazy, weird world. All right, what's up, local grow guy? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, that's so sweet. I will cry on your shoulder if I need you, buddy. What's up, M. Tremblay, 1977? Good to see you. I hope you are at the compound and everything's safe. What's happening, Boston Buzz? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. What's up, Vic Victor? Soul Price in the Hizzy. Good to see you, buddy. What's happening, Chris Free? Good to see you. All right. What's up, DSKOG? Good to see you. Jansen, hello. Mad Hatter 717. Good to see you. Do not worry. I will go check my mailbox, Mad Hatter, after the show. Jeremiah Sanchez, good to see you. What's happening about SWAT? What's up, Miss Case Garden? All right. Red Claws, man. Been a hot minute. Good to see you. What's up, Miss Skoka James? Buzzkill's with us. Hello, brother, my man. Good to see you, too. All right. Hippie Zombie, love the name. Welcome to the show. Crazy Train, good to see you. All right. Who am I missing? Sean Infield, yo to you as well. So, yeah, it's been a week of weirdness, here at Pot Squatch Growers. What's up, Van Island Beauty? Good to see you, buddy. We were in the hospital, for those of you who didn't know, had to rebuild some shit. What's up, Texas Squatch? Howdy, y'all. Back to you, buddy. Good to see you. But we survived that in and out. And then I had to go back about a week later because, shit was looking weird and I was still bleeding after like a week. And so I went back and had to have like a micro procedure done. They had to remove like a bunch of dead blood and clots and shit from my junk. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. But, it was gnarly, but it was still cool. I mean, in a weird way to see that done. But we stitched back up. That was a couple of days ago, and everything's starting to heal now. Finally, it seems, after we, bled the monster, shall we say. But, I'm still going to be out of commission for like 2 weeks. So, the good news about that is it means I get to, sort of focus on getting the grow going again. Focus on really, doing all the things that we got to do here. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, Jeremiah Sanchez. Don't worry, man. At the end of the day, what's up, Piff 1000? We back, we loud, we proud. We ain't dead. Life happens. But, one of the things that, it's good for the next 2 weeks to have everything rocking and rolling is we're pumping beans. We're finally actually at a place now where I have enough room to set up the tent and I can actually get things going again, which I'm really legitimately excited about. We're going to be rocking like I keep saying, Galactic Citrus Shiva. Those go into the water today. I basically ran through, no, Jeremiah Sanchez. I said earlier, hello to you, but hello again, my friend. Don't worry. I love you. Good to see you too, buddy. But we distill water before the show. The distilled water is ready to rock. Threw an air stone in there, oxygenated it to get it nice and ready to then help, have those waters break down into the genetic material of our little beans there and start to replicate and create that little rootlet. And then we're going to start popping those wheat titties, and that's what I'm pretty excited about is one, showing all of you the Galactic Citrus Shiva genetic and how that one's going to come to fruition. I did reach out to our dear friend, Gases, there to come on the show. And he can't come on the show today just because, he's had some positive forward movement with things. He may even have a job working for a company there on a farm in New Zealand. He's going to be doing a big move once his lawyer says it's good for him to go. So I'm pretty excited to see Gaz's finally be able to get his hands back in the dirt, doing what he does best and rocking and rolling, and to see a company valuing him for what he knows and what he brings to the table. So he said once he gets to that farm, he gets to that next chapter, he's going to be happy to join us on the show. And, big blessings and shout outs to him and the wife and to the Mells and to the family. And for this new chapter going forward, I'm very excited for all of you. You know, their shit kind of hit when a little bit after all my shit hit in my life. And, you know, so a lot of us in the organization, a lot of us in our community have been going through a lot. And so it's really good to see things starting to move forward for all of us slowly but surely. So I'm stoked about that. How was the bubble hash? Well, it was initially bubble hash, and then I kind of melded it together into what I call a new age temple ball. And some people are like, oh, no, temple balls can only be produced with your hands and doing this and this and that. And I'm like, well, yes, a colloquial, old school fashion form of a temple ball. But guess what? It's a new age temple ball. And guess what, motherfuckers? If we write things in stone and we don't start fucking developing new ways of doing shit, nothing evolves. So suck my dick. It is a new age temple ball, whether you like it or not. And it is smoking very well, though, by the way. I've got most of it aging, you know, because I like to age my hash for a while. What's up? Also, Red's Homestead. Good to see you, my friend. Have I missed anyone? Eugene Dolan. If I didn't say hi to you, what's up? Afternoon to you as well, Miss Case Garden. Yeah, Hippie Zombie. I know, you know, it's one of those things when you start making bubble hash and making some hash, you know, once you get up off your ass into it, it's easy. You know, you got to get into that thing. But it is an all-day event. Even if you use some proper size bubble bags, you know, it takes some time where you're going to have to run multiple things through. I mean, it just takes time, dedication to kind of keep working on making your hashish, man. And I mean, I truly love hash. Hash is one of my favorite things in the world. And dare I say it, I actually probably could say, realistically, I may even like hash more than flour. You know, at the end of the day, obviously, flour is what creates our trikes, which we're making the hashish out of. But I mean, I just, you know, I fell in love at a very young age with hashish in my times in Europe. And it was wonderful, you know, and so I've been on like a life mission trying to recreate things that I remember from my earlier years. And so, you know, that's where I love making a good brick and fucking around with that and making some good hash. But the hash is hitting great. What's up, Marijuana King? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. And yeah. So moving on, current events, marijuana current events today. I think this actually came to pass like a day or two ago, but big shout out to the state of Ohio. Ohio has voted in legalization of rec in the Americas. You are the 24th state to realize this is dumb. Let them smoke weed. And so big shout out to the state of Ohio for doing that. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it is an uphill battle when you're trying to get legalization and acceptance for the plant people. You know, it happened in Canada, but then it's like we got a lot of good things in Canada, but then we kind of fucked up the industry. But that's a long story. We won't need to go down that road right now. But I just want to say, Ohio, congratulations. You know, one thing I will say too, in terms of the current legalization that is coming on the state level of Ohio, is that a lot of the Republicans oddly voted for this. You know, typically, and if you're a Republican who loves weed, hey, good on you. You're elevated compared to the rest of your constituents. But the fact of the matter is, the Republican Party has been resisting legalization of cannabis for a really long time. They've been playing into the whole reefer madness and the war on marijuana and the hating on weed titties and the hating on that. And slowly but surely, they are coming about and they're starting to realize, hey, I mean, to be fair, probably most of them are like, hey, it's a chance to make money. And the funny thing is it is a chance to make money, but, you know, it's not like some, you know, thing to print money. I mean, it doesn't work that way. I mean, Canada, look at Canada. I mean, you know, first quarter, they lost $167 million in legalization. It's now like what, 5, 6, 7 years later after legalization, and literally companies still are shutting down. You know, and I would encourage the state of Ohio, good joke, by the way, Mudspot, I like that, to really pay attention to what the actual consumer wants, okay? Boutique cannabis, okay? Let the little people in. Okay, let people set up their little local mom and pop weed titty stores. It's very much like craft beer and craft small batch liquors. You know, people want that quality. People want something that's come from people who are passionate about it, who've dedicated their lives to it. If you build an industry that's inclusive and functions in that way and honoring it in that way, that is where true success is going to be coming from. Okay. Reverend Veritas says, I'm calling it. Every state around Iowa will legalize rec before we do. Oh, no. And even then, it will come another decade later after our leadership reluctantly bows to democracy. Oh, Reverend Veritas, I mean, I laugh at it because, I mean, you're probably not wrong, quite potentially. But all of my heart goes out to you there, Reverend Veritas, and all of the people of the state of Iowa. Focus. Oh, well, it's okay. You can still hear my voice if I'm blurry. Come on, camera. There we go. You know, at the end of the day, I hope Iowa does not make you wait that long to make things happen. And that's right. Charles Hankins like, been a while since I've heard the phrase weed titties. That's right. Well, guess what? I invented and coined the term, and I'm fucking here. I'm loud. I'm proud. It's been, I kind of realized, what's up, Andre 4000? Long time no see to you as well, my friend. Good to see you. It's been a fucking journey, everybody. I was kind of thinking about that over the last week of healing after my surgery. I'm sitting there. Buzzkill Willis, baby. Good to see you, buddy. Also, by the way, I got the thing, Buzzkill. I got the package. Thank you so much, buddy. Big shout out. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, thinking about sort of, I lost my train of thought. Let me get back on point here. But we did it. Yeah. Getting back to what we do. And it's like, I have had a long journey over 2 years to kind of not only rediscover the origin story of what started our community, what started the pot squatch way, but also too to kind of get back in touch with sort of myself, get over traumas and bullshit, and and just kind of be like, all right, bitch, shit happens, move the fuck on, and it's like there ain't no shame at all in anyone taking a bit of time to kind of get there. But like, I'm finally back to a place where I'm genuinely excited again. I'm excited to grow some genetics that we developed on the channel for both us to play with, but also for people to acquire. I'm excited about new genetics that we have planned coming. I'm excited about doing all of those types of things. Red Claws, yes, Squatch lighting systems are still available. I don't actually have the link handy. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty at doing these shows, but I could probably find it for you. Give me a second here. I'll find you a link. Bear with me, everybody. I'm getting a link for boy Red Claws. All right, here we go. Now, how do I copy link? All right, now do I got to type this with an HTTPS? Let's find out. HTTPS. Nope, I did that backwards. My keyboard's being weird. Give me a second, everybody. I'm hand typing this shit, and then I'll copy and paste as well. Right click. And there we go. I don't even know if that link works the way I typed it. It was meant to. But anyway, that's the link there, right there, to go to get yourself some Squatch lighting systems. My God, the focus on this is really sucking today. There we go. Anyway, let's go back here and read some shit here of what everyone's saying. Buzzkill Willis says Colorado isn't even putting the tax money into the parks like the law they passed required. Buzzkill Willis, I'm going to say at the end of the day, can we really be shocked that the government is not doing necessarily what they said they were going to do with monies? Obviously not. I mean, basically, I think a lot of these initial selling points were to convince, for example, certain people in the actual state legislature to then vote for it to get it passed in. And then, oh my God, they did not put the money where they said it was going to go. My God. Really, Hebert. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, my friend. Indiana in the house, everybody saying it's never going to be legal here. To my understanding, not that I know a lot about Indiana, is like I definitely understand that Indiana is kind of on the more conservative side of things, and it's going to be a battle. But I mean, there will come a day of federal legalization in the states. It's going to happen, everybody. It's going to happen. And once that happens, that will supersede any state level of bullshit. So really keep the faith, man. And at the end of the day, I will also say, as a Canadian who lives in a legal country, legalization is not everything it's cracked up to be, everybody. But yeah, Dolly Parton, man. Yeah, she's probably getting high, man. You know what I'm saying? One second here, everybody. I'm just reading. What's up, Visual Farms? Good to see you, my friend. All right. Oh, good. Red Cloud's good. All right. Okay, we caught up now. It's so weird using these, Streamyards and shit like that, trying to get all this stuff here. Depot weed, I'm assuming you mean dispensary weed is mids. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, government weed or legal weed here pretty much sucks. It's not great. It's not anything compared to what's still being produced by your local plug or local medical guys like myself. But it is, what it is. What are you going to do? But it is what it is. it was sad because in Vancouver, we used to have at one point, this is before legalization, we used to have like, I think at one point, like 168 plus medical cannabis dispensaries, which were in fact right in just the city limits of Vancouver. We're not talking greater Vancouver, everybody. We're talking Van City, baby. We're just talking in Van City. We had 168 plus motherfucking places where we could legitimately go buy cannabis. And, you know, like a lot of the weed sucked too. Let's not lie to ourselves. But like there was still really great weed. It was at a reasonable price. It was at an affordable price. And that was pretty fun there. I mean, it was a time where someone like myself with a medical license in Vancouver could walk in with like 5-10 pounds to a dispensary. And I go, hey, I grew this. Check it out, right? You know, some places would make you pay for tests. Most places would just do the old test of check it out, smoke it out. If it's good, we go and buy it, which is in my mind still okay. I mean, you know, the government's never going to be okay with that kind of look, smell, see test, but that's okay too. I mean, you know, it is something that's a controlled substance, even if it is a plant and basically very little harm to it. I get it. Cool. Test my shit. But like that's where I've been talking for years. Like in Canada, on the legal system, like you shouldn't have to have a fucking, you know, legal thing to produce cannabis. And as a company, sure. Big, large scale production, sure, I get that. But it's like if I produce with what I'm legally allowed to do, I should be able to have it tested, right? Basic tests. I get a little certified stamp from the government saying this is safe to sell. And then I get to show up where the fuck I want and sell that motherfucking shit to anybody I want to fucking sell it to at whatever fucking price I say to, as long as I'm paying provincial government sales tax and all that bullshit. Suck my dick and fuck off, you know? But that's how it should work. What's up, that guy channel 2? That's all right. What's up, that one stuff? Good to see you, baby. All right. Give me a second here, baby. I think I'm missing some people. Yeah, see, much what the stores that I'm making reference to in Van City before legalization, they were kind of like gray zone legal, like they were tolerated, but not actually legal. But it was great and it was decent weed titties. Josh, party here at Visible Farms for 4/20/2024, April 20th next year. February. I'm doing math because I got to go shoot a feature film there in Costa Rica. Let me think. You know what, Visible Farms, there's a very good chance I will, you know what, I will fucking show up to that party, man. You know, because I got to go down to Costa Rica to shoot a movie. I can't talk about it too much due to, you know, shit that I've signed, but I'll put it to you this way. Uncle Pot Squatch is both acting in, one of the producers, and potentially might be one of the assistant directors as well. We're still negotiating that one on a new film that's going to be probably coming out, let's be honest, probably in 2025 is when you're going to be able to watch this thing. It may even do a theater run there before it comes to a streaming service. It's going to be a pretty heavy movie there, but it's going to be talking about some important shit. I can't talk about it too much, but, you know, I'm going to be flying down to Costa Rica to shoot that movie there. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure I'm done in the jungles of Costa Rica shooting this movie. You know what I'm saying? By the time that should become the fruition. So whether I just fly in or maybe just for fun, I'll drive down. I've never really driven through the, you know, continental US of A. Maybe I'll drive down over the border, check out California. I'll see any of you on the way, and then I'll make all my way down there to Arizona. And then I can make my way over there and go see some of the pot squatches in Texas, because there's many pot squatches down there too. But dude, sign me up, man. Visible Farms. Uncle Pot Squatch will show the fuck up, especially if he doesn't get lost. Hopefully your phone will be working, so just in case I get lost, I can call you from the Cadillac and be like, Visible Farms, where the hell am I? All right, let's read some more things. Thank you, Red Claus. Yes, I mean, I won't be growing it out hardcore. I mean, I got to keep it pretty for the, you know, the acting career and where I work at the golf club where I'm one of the managers now. But, you know, do what you got to do, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hippie Zombie says, try Ghost Drops producers weed here in Canada. It's quadruple A level. You know, hey man, I'm willing to try anything once. I'll put it to you this way, Hippie Zombie. There's almost no one in the legal or illegal world or gray zone world producing quads in Canada. Very few people produce an actual quad. So if they are, mad respect, hats off to them. And if it's true, my God, I can't wait to check it out. But I'm always skeptical the second anyone uses the term quad, because I myself am one of the few people that I've actually witnessed produce a quad. And even I feel weird about calling it a quad, because the second we call it a quad, it's almost like we're cutting our own legs off. You know, you always got to have something to strive for when producing high-grade cannabis, high-grade marijuana. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I'll check them out 100% for show. 1 second here, man. That one stuff says, weed right now tastes amazing, looks amazing, it even smells amazing. All it's missing is a good buzz. I mean, I hate that. You know, that one stuff, shit smell great, tastes great, looks great, but then don't get you high. I mean, I've been there, man. I've seen weed like that too. Cheers back to you, that guy, channel 2. All right. But fuck the taxes. No, Buzzkill Willis, like I feel you. I feel your basic sentiment of fuck the taxes. But the government, until we burn it down, which let's be fair, that's probably gonna throw the world into anarchy, at least, right? So maybe we don't do that. But the fact of the matter is the government's always gonna want to cut, right? So the sooner we can accept that, the better, right? What we got to do is fight for proper taxation and fight for legal realization of what that is. Doesn't BC have illegal coke and heroin stores for the druggies to get safe hard drugs? No, that is a lie and a misconception, Jason A. Any store that opens up to that actual level, okay, gets shut down fairly quickly. All drugs are not legalized in BC. That is a misnomer. It's something that's floating around the internet right now. We have decriminalized all drugs, which means basic minor possession, which I believe up to an 8-ball, or is it 2 grams, something like that. I can't even remember because I don't do high drugs. But that has been decriminalized as a harm reduction way of trying to make people and deal with the fact that we are dealing with a very real addiction issue, and some of the most overdoses happening anywhere in the world are happening here in my hometown, my home city, downtown East Side, man. And it is a very real problem with things like fentanyl, carfentanil, getting into everything. You know what I mean? Like I myself have an Narcan kit in my house just in case I need it. Not for myself, but if I run into someone who needs it, okay? But we do not have legal coke stores. There have been stores that have popped up for legal coke and heroin and other crap, but they get shut down. It is not legal here to do that. It is decriminalized. That doesn't mean that they're going to have the same heyday that they did for like legal weed or medical weed that was tolerated for the many years leading up to legalization that we had in Van City. It's not quite the same thing. So if you're reading about that on the internet and seeing that, that is not quite true. Okay. But that is the reality of where we're at. Hell yeah, Visible Farms. Well, like I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Visible Farms. I'll be honored to be a part of that and come and finally meet you in person. Sean Imfeld, are you a porn star? Not currently a porn star. I will be honest. I mean, I've toyed around or jokingly toyed around with the idea of becoming a porn star, starting an OnlyFans, Frankenweenie, But obviously, I probably won't really do that. It's more of a joke. Reverend Veritas says, I got my new E-Rig in the mail today. Hell yeah, buddy. It's the Core 2.0 and it's fire. Great price, great performance, beautiful dab unit, easy to clean and maintain. Hey, man, Reverend Veritas, I mean, that's the way I look at any product in our world. Is it affordable? Is it reliable? Does it do its job well? And then also maintenance. I mean, if maintenance is easy, that's half the battle too, isn't it? So I'm very happy for you, Reverend Veritas. I'm glad it's working. PIF 1000. Yeah, so PIF 1000, you're not wrong. I mean, and that's a lot of the modern day weed, often lacking a true buzz, even if often too it has a high THC content. But that's because I think a lot of the modern mainstream legal outlets have forgotten that THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, is just one element of what's creating our buzz and what's creating all of that one. Daniel Andrassi, did you see my one question in the Facebook chat? Well, I will pull up the Facebook chat right now, bro, and I will check that shit out. Give me a second here, baby. Bear with me. Da, da, da. Yes, cannabis with it. Cannabis lemons. No, they're just not genetically compatible, so you couldn't cross pollinate a lemon tree with a cannabis plant. Yes, certain species of plants can be cross pollinated, but to my knowledge, okay, definitely we can't co-fuck cannabis and lemons. But I feel you though. I mean, I just don't personally think that it would work. I mean, it's a fun idea. Could you imagine that making some lemons that got you high, make some lemon loaf, take it to your granny. She's like, oh, it's the best lemon loaf I've ever had. 20 minutes later, she high and shit. Hey, man, thank you very much, Visible Farms. I appreciate that. Because like I said, after shooting this film, I should be available to come down for 420 down in Arizona. And I should make a few bucks from this movie there. I'm hoping that this year we kind of get to a place with everything that I do, and I don't need to keep working like a 9 to 5, even though I'm the night guy. So it's more like a 2 to close, 5 to 6 days a week at the golf club there. I'm working away from that. I'm working on doing my thing. There you go, Reverend Veritas. Well, get a ripping and get high in my honor. Tell her I say hello. All right, 1 second here. I'm just reading everybody's reading everyone's things here. Hippie Zombie, Kootenai growers produce near level quads. So do Van City growers. So do pretty much any grower's been doing it a long time in BC that is dedicated to it. But I'm just very, very much hesitant as someone who's been engaged in the industry for well over 20 years now on assigning a quad tag to something. Not saying it doesn't happen, but it's like one of those things like I don't call it a quad unless it's truly a quad. And there's a lot of stuff that people call quads, and I can get why they would call it that. But in my professional opinion, I wouldn't call it quad. But you're not wrong. Some of the best weed in BC is produced in the Kootenays. Hell yeah, but I got a lot of buddies who are up in the Kootenays producing weed. I've been dealing and doing business with the Kootenays there for a long time. So I feel you, buddy. Kootenai Gold. Man, Kootenai Gold is one of my favorite strains. Never been able to get those bloody seeds or even a cutting of it, but I will one day. All right. Visible Farms, 420 in the Petrified Forest. I love it, buddy. I love it. Hey, how's it going, Wake Now? Wake Now, I'll try to get back onto that Discord, man. It's just I've been busy doing a lot of shit, having surgeries and crap, but I will do my darndest to try to get back in there. How about pollinating cannabis with mango flower? Again, not going to work to my understanding. They are just not close enough genetically to where it would work. What's online or from the legacy market and not legal here in Canada? No, I know, buddy. Hippie Zombie, I know. Trust me. Who do you think you're talking to, buddy? How do you think I've survived my whole life? I'm aware that most of the things that I see on Facebook are not legal stores. I'm aware of that. Doesn't mean I think it's a quad though. But again, I'm a purist. I'm opinionated, and I can also go toe to toe with almost any grower in BC or Canada. So I just very skeptical on anything being a true quad. Not saying it doesn't exist. I've experienced it many a time, but until I see it true, I'm going to be skeptical, man. But that's the best way to be when it comes to these things. The world, I believe you mean the world is going crazy. Give them drugs. Much what? No. Decriminalization of all drugs in British Columbia, Canada, is actually meant to try to deal with the huge crisis of opioids and death that we are dealing with. Oh, what's up, Troy Shepard? Everybody, Troy Shepard, my dear friend, the owner of Mad Bull Jerky in the house. Welcome to the show, buddy. And I feel you, Buzzkill Willis. Like, I mean, and what you're talking about, what you're referencing to is like, certain state levels where they've legalized things, but then they're allowing certain companies or not allowing companies to have like a legitimate bank account or this or that. So basically what you're referencing though isn't actually the government that's doing that. Okay. What you're referencing is a conservative mindset that is still entrenched even in banks in Canada. Okay. So we ran into that here at Plasquatch Growers. We kept trying to find a payment portal for our store for a long time. I believe we went through 18 or 19 payment portals. Okay. And everyone rejects us in the end. Like even ones that profess to be of the industry and okay with us. We weren't even selling pot. We were selling pot adjacent things. But they would always have an issue with that. Right. Well, I'm going to tell you, there's ways around that. Okay. Here, I'm going to tell you, it's going to tell you a basic thing. Create a corporation, make it androgynous. Okay. Be very vague about what you do for business. You can get a corporate account instantaneously, baby. Okay. That is a true fact of how to get around some of that banking shit right there. Use your brain. Because what we're not doing anything that nobody else in big companies doesn't do, right? Like we're just emulating the big corporations that run the world. Might as well pick their playbook, right? But in the end, what we had to do for our company and for our little store is actually built our own payment portal. That in and of itself was a pain in the ass, but we figured it out. I know. I remember that you guys got married on 420, man. So I will be stoked to be there for the anniversary and the party, my brother. All right. Hell yeah. Plus, I mean, sound like it'd be a good time, man. What's up, Organic Home Buds? Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. Charles Hankins, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? I don't know, Charles Hankins. I mean, I feel like you're telling a joke. So, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One's a lighter, yeah, and one's heavier than shit. I like it. I like it. Hell yeah. Now, Red's Homestead. Are these Acapulco Gold genetics that you've had for a long time? Or are they like more modernly acquired? I also have a few different gold varieties, including an Acapulco Gold from many, many years ago. To find a true one is very rare. So if you got an old school one, mad respect, enjoy, and get it going, buddy. Mud Swat Timako. It was a good Simpsons episode, buddy. All right. So Mud Swat says, I have a question. I have a 2x2 tent. The Spider Farmer G3000 says it's compatible with 3x3. Can I still use the G3000 or should I get a lesser light? No, you'll be fine. I mean, at the end of the day, a 3x3 is what they're recommended for. That means your core coverage. You can definitely cram a bigger light into a smaller tent. I do it with our lighting systems all the time. The thing to remember is make sure you're having all of that air movement going on. Okay, so we're making sure we're mitigating temperature. We're making sure that we'll start off with our lights quite high, bringing them down over a week or two, watching for signs of light stress and heat stress and etc. So that all works, but we're gonna have to mitigate that by observing. So observe daily gardening, and then just fuck around with it. But Mud Swat, I would say go for it, man. I don't think there's an issue there with doing that one. Oh, 1 second here. Hell yeah, that guy channel 2 sounds good to me, buddy. Miss K's Garden, we will be releasing a short of us actually popping beans after the show today. I distilled a bunch of water today, and we will be getting that going. Pot Squatch in your seed vault, anything sweet tasting or sweet smells? I have many sweet and tasty things. Jansen Dennis, actually, even our current beans that we have available right now do have a very sweet nature to them. But yeah, I have a number of things with some quite sweet things. Have we released? I mean, both the Galactic Citrus Shiva and the Orange Warrior Widow, they have some sweet elements to it. Also some spicy earthen tones. I know you're going from probably, I'm guessing, more of like a fruity Leighton kind of a thing, which is quite popular in a lot of areas. I definitely do have many, many fruity things. The Sasquatch strain that we developed years ago was a very kind of fruity, funky one. Like it had a funk to it, but it was also very sweet and very fruity. I will be doing a bunch of those things as well. And I'll eventually I'll put it to you something. I'll develop something I'll call like Fruity Monkey Hunky Bunky or some stupid shit like that. I'll come up with a weird name like I like to do, and I will come up with something over the next year for you, Jansen, that will be nice, sweet, and fun just for you, buddy. Obviously, I'll make it available for everybody. But I mean, there you go. Hey, what's up, Everett? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Sean Infield, what exactly is a quad? A quad is, when I was a kid growing up in Van City, right, we had, single A, double A, triple A. Okay. Quads, in terms of a colloquial label, didn't exist when I was growing up in the industry. Quad first probably showed up realistically. Let's think here now. Probably when I was about 22 to 23. Was really when I, in my memory, I really first started hearing people talking about a quad. So basically, we just kept developing cannabis. We kept, pushing the envelope. We kept developing bigger, better, stronger weed and better looking weed and all this shit and trackability and all this crap. But so really, like what we would call a trip no longer really encompassed these things that we were seeing on this sort of new higher end level of cannabis. So when we did that, right, we're pushing the envelope, shall we say, we needed something else to call it. So that a quad is representing quadruple A. Okay, we just call it a quad now. But that is what that is meaning. And if that makes sense. I'm just scrolling back here. I'm just reading what Red's Homestead said. I just don't know what the first part of that sentence was, but all right. Let's see, everybody. I'm just reading right now. All right. Have fun at the store, Jason. What's up, CSL RC Lauren? Good to see you, man. Potts, I feel like I should be blue by now. No, you should be. I just don't know if I can do that through Streamyards. I can't. I'm gonna have to, because I think I can do it from the back end of my channel though. So that guy channel 2, I have no issues with that at all. I just currently using Streamyards don't have access to the YouTube back end of doing those types of things. But I'm pretty sure through the back end of my channel, I can do that out of a show. I'll log into the back end of my channel. They always change that interface and it kind of fucks my head a little bit. And it's hard to keep on top of what the hell's going on or what anything really means. But I will do my darndest to do that. Maybe one of these days we'll just have to do an old school show on my phone, and then I know how to do it from there. But I do not disagree with you, that guy channel 2. I just can't currently do it through StreamYards. Miss K's Garden, I need to figure out which of your gear to run in my next run. I just want to run 2, but I can't decide. I mean, really, Miss K's Garden, you got a little bit of everything in that mixer pack that you ordered. So, I mean, realistically, I'd probably say pop a Galactic Citrus Shiva and pop an Orange Warrior Widow. I'd love to see you on your channel fucking around with both of those, because those are my 2 favorite strains that we've released. I have a very soft spot in my heart for those 2. So I mean, if my 2 cents, my humble 2 cents mean anything to you, I'd say pop those 2 Miss K's Garden. That'd be a lot of fun. Hell yeah, Daniel and Draft. Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. I really appreciate it. That guy channel 2, as I specified a few minutes ago, we will be popping beans today. We're finally going to get growth going again perpetually. You know, it was like at first getting through all the other bullshit and then trying to eliminate some of the crap from the house. I've still got more of that to do. And then I had to do my surgery and, you know, be out of work and do all that. But now that I'm in recovery, I can actually get things going. So we're going to be popping beans today. We're going to make a little fun little short there, and we'll release a short for everybody to see later on that one there later. And we're going to be doing some Galactic Citrus Shiva there, and we're going to get that motherfucker going. It's been pretty cool, actually. We've had some local pot squatches order some beans through the website. Probably the closest one to me actually is in the greater Vancouver area. Not going to mention any names, but big shout out to you. They keep sending me wonderful update photos of their growth so far. They just transplanted like a week or 2 ago. Actually, I might be able to find those pictures. Let me see if I can find those pictures. But it was stoking to see, and it's just really fun. It's really, really fun to see people playing with these genetics and having such a good experience. Let me just go back. I'm just going through my here we go. Okay, so saw a boy locally, I believe. What did they order? I'm trying to remember which one they ordered. Okay, so these are the Galactic Citrus Shiva beans. Okay, so here are the little baby Galactic Citrus Shiva beans. There for everybody to see there. Oh, look at those sweet little babies. Look at how beautiful and uniform they are there. There we go. Look at how beautiful and uniform those seedlings are. Fucking gorgeous, baby. All right, so those are the Galactic Citrus Shivas there. They then, a couple weeks later, transplanted them. So here's a picture there of the transplant. But look at the fucking root development on those. Look at the root development on those sexy little Galactic Citrus Shiva beans, baby. Look at those roots. Look at that roots. That's root porn right there for you if I ever saw that. Oh, yeah, baby. So, and I will say that all of the genetics we've actually really developed and released, like, I mean, they've all seemingly have this natural rootability to them, which rootability, not a word, but you know what I mean? Like their ability to create significant rooting systems, you know what I'm saying, is just sexy as fuck. And they're looking good, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really proud of my fellow pot squatch. You know, and they're in the greater Vancouver area. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, they are out in like the Surrey or Port Coquitlam, Langley kind of area, somewhere around there. But man, they're looking good. I'm pretty sure I should be getting an update picture pretty soon, because that one was from 2 or 3 weeks ago when you saw the roots there. But so I'm looking forward to the update. But yeah, so Miss K, those roots you're seeing there, those are from the Galactic Citrus Shiva, baby. So check those out. Sean Infeld, AAA. I'm still lost. Okay, so Sean Infeld. Okay, think about ranking anything as a grade of it, right? Okay, so a grading system. Single A, crap. Double A, less crap. Triple A, back in the day before the the invention of the kind of the quad, right? I was like, oh shit, almost gave people a finger. That's not what I was trying to do. But that, a trips, right? A proper trips was the strongest thing we had. And then we kind of pushed the envelope, like I said. So we got further with what we were producing. So we were producing good weed, and then we produced even better weed. And this new weed, after a point, we were like, damn, like what we need to do is come up with a further point system, another higher level in our ranking system. Okay. So that is what a quad or quadruple A means. It's just the next level up from a trips. As time happened, we made better weed. And so rather than making this new better weed a trip and then pushing everything down the scale, we just added to that scale. Okay. And we then started calling things a quad. Okay. Quadruple A. It's a ranking system in terms of the quality of the cannabis. Most people in my world, what we're going to look at when we're establishing a grade for cannabis. Okay. We're going to look at the size of the bud. We're going to look at bud density. We're going to look at the trichability. We're going to look at smell and taste. Then we're going to look at the smoke, the actual smoking process of it. And how clean is that ash? How is that ash? How is the cure? I mean, all these types of things. These are the things that we're looking at when we are establishing, okay, a grade of said cannabis. Jansen Dennis is not wrong. How do you do that? How do you get shit that looks like that? Well, you start with good genetics. Obviously, there's a bunch of other shit you can kind of do to help that along as well. Another thing in terms of that, okay, is basically, we got a, microzyme using other things like that. Another great, really affordable trick. Okay, everybody. And less is more when doing this, right? So don't go too crazy on it, but using a little bit of rooting hormone. Okay. At transplant, use rooting hormone, not tons, just a little bit. If you use too much rooting hormone, especially if you're using a powdered rooting hormone into your water, it's going to suffocate your shit rather than help and achieve what you're looking for. But using a rooting hormone in your water at transplant, okay, that's going to help give you a little extra boost there as well. Microzyme, other things like that, or these are going to build a secondary network in support to kind of expand your natural root system. So that's always a positive thing too. Hey, I feel you, Mud Swat, most definitely. And I mean, I've never been to the part of the US of A that you were from, but I can only imagine, my friend. Come up to Van City, I'll show you some good shit. Right? I'm not gonna lie to you, Sean. One thing for me is like I get pretty excited looking at me some good roots. I like seeing sexy weed titties. I love seeing sexy tight structures. I like seeing nice broad indica based weeds because that's where my love for genetics lies. But I love smell. I love taste. I love all that. But one of my favorite things, okay, one of my favorite fucking things that I get truly excited about is like when you've got your seedling and you've got it in your starter cup. I like to start in solos myself as well. It's just tried, tested, and true, and old habits die hard. But when you see those initial root structures, right? Like for example, when you germinate a bean and you see that rootlet coming out there and it's like furry as shit, okay, boom, I get excited about that. When you put that cup and you're ready for your transplant, and then you bust that root ball out and you see that whole thing packed like a root grenade, okay, these are the things that I'm also getting excited about too, man. I love me some good root porn. Oh, I have a question too. Also, well, first, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody. At the end of the day, the last couple of months for the store have been the best months we've had. Arguably better than any time, like even when we had our first store that was on Shopify. So I'm really appreciating the love and support of everyone believing in us and checking out our products and loving our products and rocking that. So thank you. But I'm always, toying around with new things to bring out. And I think I'm going to order a very limited batch of these. But I'm probably going to bring in some toques. Like, how does everyone feel like that? Does anyone want to rock like a black toque? Don't worry, there won't be like that stupid little ball thing on the top of it. It's just going to have a nice big logo on it there. But would people want to rock a pot squatch growers toque? I mean, we've talked about it for years, but never actually released one. But I was thinking I might do that for people if they want to do that. Miss K's garden, I feel you, and I got a lot of friends who do that, Miss K. For me, I've done that, but I usually just keep it in the red cup because I like the surprise when I go to transplant. I'm just like, Oh yeah, baby, right? But I feel you. I mean, if you want to monitor it, that's the best way to do it. 100% in this case, Garden. Hell yeah, Eugene Doan. Mycelium networks make the world go round. That's how Mother Nature communicates to Mother Nature. And Van Island Beauty. At least, can I say I'm not surprised that you would want to rock a toot Van Island Beauty? That's cool. Okay, cool. So Van Island on board. This case, Garden wants to rock one. All right. So I'll look into that. Because again, like I said, for the next, realistically, probably another 2 weeks. I mean, I can't go back to work. I'm still bleeding a bit right now from my surgeries. It's still all healing. So yeah, I've got a lot of time to look into things right now and kind of work on some shit. Okay, cool. So toques, I probably won't bring a crap ton of them in. Realistically, I'll probably order 10 or 20 toques. That's it to start. And if they sell out, if people really dig them, if people want them, then definitely we will we'll definitely bring in more for everybody too. But at the end of the day, this background is getting weird. Is what it is. Anyway, but yeah, all right, cool. I'll bring in some toques. There'll be a limited edition toque. Hey, at the end of the day, as a bald man, keeping your head warm is an important thing. Did I see your last YouTube channel post? I'm not 100% sure. Let me check. Miss K's Garden. I'm gonna pull it up right now and take a look for you. I'm gonna pull it up right now and take a look here. Bear with me. Bear with me, dear Miss K's Garden. Gotta pull it up there. Oop. Mistyping shit. There we go. Is it the one from 8 days ago saying surprised I am? Is it that one, Miss Kate? If it is, I have not seen that one, but I will check it out. I'm literally watching Miss Kate's videos here, everybody. I'm just checking it out. Oh man, my camera not gonna get that. Check out Miss K's Garden, though, everybody. She's one of our own, and she's been doing this for a while. And one thing I love about Miss K's Garden and her videos is that I just love the production value, like great levels of production value on Miss K's Garden's videos. There, it's very sexy. I like it. What's what? I just smoked a big joint and I feel comfortably numb and stuff. Hell yeah, buddy. Well, I'm glad you're feeling comfortable and you're feeling good. Miss Kate's Garden, I'll check that out after the show, yo. But yes, everybody, we'll be getting plants going. So videos and updates will be coming out again. And we got a good list of what we're excited to do and the how-to videos that we're going to be kind of working on, piecing together there for everybody as well on the channel. So we're going to be doing that. Basically, now we're back. We're doing our thing. We're focusing on what's important in this new world, in this new life. And it's good. Sean Infield says, bro, I don't know what a toque is. He said toot, but toque. I believe Americans call them beanies, but they're called toques. When a Canadian says the word toque, Toque, we mean a beanie. Yes, Buzzkill Willis, we did. I thought I did say earlier in the show that I got those. I got those just the other day, and I unpacked it. It was beautiful. They survived the journey. Thank you again so much, Buzzkill Willis, for sending that. One was the F11 blueberry, and the other was it's in the cupboard right there. Sorry, my brain's trying to remember now. Oh, it was a cross of something to something. It was a freak show cross with oh shit, I'm so close. Okay, Buzzkill Willis, help me. It was a freak show crossed by fuck. I can't remember now. But hell yeah, I did. Freak Ride. There we go. Thank you, Buzzkill Willis. Yes, I did receive those just the other day. They did finally show up. And thank you very much. I'm very excited to play around with those. especially to freak show crosses. I'm intrigued by, because freak show in and of itself isn't a great cannabis. But I've always loved the weird way it grows. I find it kind of a fun novelty, but I do believe that we can do crossings with other strains and actually develop something that is quite cool. All right, Sean. Yeah. So toque means beanie. I love a good blueberry too, everybody. One of the earlier strains we ran on the channel a lot, years and years and years ago now, was DJ Short's Blueberry Indica. Man, it was a good time. I've got a couple of other things in my collection from DJ Short. What else I got? I got the blueberry yum yum, and I think I got a blueberry muffin, maybe even too. I think I got those two of the other blueberry varieties, and I still got some of those old school blueberries that we had before. But I'm always down and excited to try another blueberry variety of anything. And so Buzzkill Willis, I'm pretty stoked on that. You know what I'm saying? Did you take that one yourself to the F11 Buzzkill there? Hey, go for it, Mudswat. That sounds fun. Hey, take care, Miss K's Garden. Much love, my sister. And remember, my 2 cents on your next run. Do some Galactic Citrus Shiva and some Orange Warrior Widow if you want my 2 cents on it. Buzzkill Willis, a local guy, did. Okay, cool, dope. I'm stoked to try it out, Buzzkill. I'm excited. But yeah, no, I'm stoked, everybody. It's good to be back, and it's good to kind of like finally be excited to kind of do things again and keep things going. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands in the dirt again, and just to kind of crank some weed titties and see how they go, see how they run, and all that jazz. I'm pretty excited. I almost feel like it's like the changing light, because the light outside of my windows, I'm using like natural light right now for my lighting on the studio here. And it's like as the light is changing, well, there goes my background. Welcome to my house, everybody. Oh, fuck. That's funny. This is my little work table behind me where I work on shit. Yes, those are the shorts I was wearing yesterday. Oh, well, anyway, welcome to the real apartment of Pot Squatch, everybody. Yeah, that was funny. Here, I wonder if I can do this. Bear with me, everybody. I'm going to play around with something here. Virtual background. I'm going to say no. It's not going to work very well this way, because without the actual screen, it doesn't perfectly register things, as you could tell. But it is what it is. There we go. So Everett Fletcher says, what's good versus migraines? Well, again, as I've often talked about for years, there is no like one miracle strain that does everything for everyone. Okay, that's not really how cannabis works. Different cannabinoids and everybody's cannabinoid endocrine system's a little bit different, For me, as someone who lives in it's not a migraine, I'm a neuropathic pain patient, but I live in what is considered a continuous migraine at most times. For me, indica things are quite helpful, but really high levels of CBD, CBG, CBN are anything that's got a high level in terms of any of those cannabinoids. For me, really is in fact something that's really going to help. Peter Rutherford, I wonder how much of an influence Ludacris had on Blueberry Yum Yum. No, Ludacris was referencing DJ Short's work. Blueberry Yum Yum as a strain existed before the song. The song is referencing the strain, not that the song created the inspiration for the strain. The strain came first. But right, I mean, if it wasn't that way, I wanted the same thing too. But to my knowledge of the history of the song and the strain came first. Hey, Cornelia, see, I'm doing really, really well, my friend. Healing from surgeries and everything's coming back together, and we're about to fire up the grow lights for the first time in a long time. And we've actually had the last month or two has been the most successful months on the store that we've ever had. For those of you who have not had the chance to check it out, no pressure whatsoever. But if you're curious, go check out PodSquatchSales.com. I'm going to type the link here. There we go. Oh, why does it always do that? Bear with me here. I am freestyle typing this. Oh my God, computer, fuck off. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. But yeah, lots of CBDs, CBNs, CBGs, you know, and in terms of a special world, anything indica or indica leaning also typically was a big help for me in my pain management there. Everett, I hope that helps in terms of your search. But it's not even necessarily for me in terms of pain management for migraines or migraine-like symptomologies. Getting super high. You know, CBDs have been the biggest thing. I mean, that's why I love our Pot Squatch Grower CBD tincture. I take that shit and boom, it very much helps to mitigate taking my pain levels into a world or a way that I can fully actually function and still go about my life without being completely shut down or basically losing a day or sometimes 2 or 3 when a migraine or symptoms like that gets really bad. Oh, Peter Rutherford says, no, I was wondering how much more popular the strain got. Shut up. I'm doing a show, buddy. We'll play in a little bit. I love you. Now shut up. Probably. Peter Rutherford, I mean, probably it got very, very popular because everybody want to be like that blueberry yum yum. They want to, you know, list that little Chris, smoke that blueberry. You know what I'm saying? So, Peter, you're probably hitting a nail on the head there. I could see that being an exponential growth in popularity, my friend. Yeah. But yeah. And then for our tincture, just to build upon what Mud Swat is saying there, our tincture is a broad spectrum. So it's got not just CBD, it's got CBD, CBDA, CBV, CBG, CBC, CBN. It's got all the goodies in there that's going to help mitigate pain. So we kind of made a sort of a cocktail of everything in there in that tincture. And that, for me personally, it works really well when I'm developing any product, really, whether it's a strain or a health product. You know, I'm designing things that work to the way I want them to work and to the level that I want them to work to. Like, for example, when we developed our CBD beard oil too, I wanted to develop a beard oil that I found results with, a beard oil that I didn't mind the scent of, a beard oil that I didn't find too heavy, and a beard oil that seemed to actually really fit its way into my world in such a way where I was like, this is legitimate beard oil. This is something that I really like and really enjoy. So, you know, hell yeah. But, you know, CBD, CBNs, CBV, CBGs, all that shit is a very nice way to mitigate pain when it comes from migraines. Well, my fans, you know, I'm still just getting back into this. You know, I'm still recovering and healing from my surgery. So my energy levels are not quite what they once were, but they're coming back in terms of this. Plus, I mean, I'm wiping the dust off my neurons for these shows. But everybody, it has been a wonderful show. I thank all of you. Northern Lights, that's some mint Batman you got on the wall. Thank you. Yeah, no, the Batman thing. Let's see if I can do this in such a way that'll show the Batman thing. There we go. That Batman thing was actually donated by Kevin Smith. It was actually, I believe he acquired that when he was directing an episode or two of Supergirl, and then he was affiliated with some other Batman shit. So they were doing a fundraiser, a silent auction to save the Rio Theater here in Vancouver. So that actually was from Kevin Smith. That's Kevin Smith's Batman donation that he made to the auction. And that's how that came to existence in my life. I actually don't own it. That's actually owned by Uncle Michael, but he let me keep it here in the crib because I liked it. But man, you know, everybody will be back next Wednesday. We might even do a live before then. I got a lot of time on my hands right now, and I get bored pretty quickly since there's not a lot else I can do except basically smoke weed, do shows, and get a grow going again. So, you know, I love all of you. Thank you for sticking with us here at Pod Squatch Growers. Thank you for always believing in us and showing us all the love and support. Thank you for all of the well wishes after my surgery that you've all sent. It means the world to me. If you wanted to have a producer make a song about one of your strains, who would you pick? Also, have a good week. Can't wait to order your beans. Hey, thank you very much, Peter Rutherford. If I had a producer, to be fair, I mean, I think it would be cool to get the old boys back together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, fuck, man. Like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, fucking Eminem all working together on something. And then I'd like to drop a fucking line or two on that because I actually was a rapper for years back in the day and emceed across Europe. In my earlier days, I was known to drop a line or two, and I was actually surprisingly not horrible at it because I kept getting paid to do it. But so that'd be really cool. But thank you again, everybody, for the love, the support. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll be here at the very latest next Wednesday. We're going to drop a short of getting those little beanies going tonight, so you'll know that it's actually happening. It's fucking real. It's back on like Donkey Kong. Check out potsquatchsales.com. Don't need to buy anything. If you'd like to, go for it. Also, too, you know, if you ever buy like a shirt or a hat or anything like that, you want me to sign it or a grinder, we got all of those types of things. I'm happy to autograph anything. No, you know, no extra charge, anything. I'm not a douchebag like that. I am humbly honored anytime anyone asks me to sign anything. So boom, that's available 100%. I'll look into bringing in some toques ASAP, lickety split tonight. I'll talk to some of my suppliers there. What I'm trying to, since we're not ordering a billion of them, they're going to cost me a lot more to get made. So they may not be the cheapest fucking thing in the world when we put them on the store, but they will be a limited edition for the first sale. Probably bring in 10 or 20 of them and make them available. But we're going to look into all that, man. You know, Sam. Also, I totally just had it popped in. I got to pay all of our internet bills for our online store. I'll do that after the show too. But my family, love each other. You know, check out Pot Squatch Growers community on Facebook. Everyone is welcome. Just don't be a dick fuck and you will be allowed. You know, and we're going to be trying to engage that community again and grow that community out. We do have a Discord. If Soul Price is still here, feel free to drop that link. Also, Soul Price, send me a text for the Discord shit. I got to get back onto that. So I'll try to do that tonight too. Also, too, if anyone around wants a call over the next week or two from Uncle Pond Squatch, I got a lot of free time right now. So if anyone has any questions or they'd like me to check out their grow, I'm happy to do a video call and do that and spread the love, baby. You know what I'm saying? Sean Infield says, piercing? Piercing what? What? I had many piercings at a younger age. I don't anymore. But, you know, everybody, hey, what's up, Jay Green? We're just saying goodbye, but hello to you and goodbye. We will be back next Wednesday at the latest, and we're going to be releasing a bunch of shit, man. I apologize that we're ending the show. I'm just still in recovery from my surgery, so my energy levels are still slowly but surely returning to me. Remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower is not afraid to take risks. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. Remember, there's a lot of asshats and dick fucks in our industry. Keep an open mind. Learn, because sometimes you can even learn something from an asshat or a dick fuck. But don't be rude to each other. Love each other. It's weed, people. It's motherfucking the love grass. It's the motherfucking weed titties. Together we stand, divided we fall. Let's stop fighting with each other and just love each other and stand together and build the community and the industry that we want and we see for the rest of us around the world. All right. Shout out to all of you. I love you. I'll see you soon. Keep it fucking real in the hizzy. Okay. Word to your mother, motherfuckers. Peace.